Okay, I've been having technical difficulties. I'm going to try this for the 100th take. Action. So, I'm super excited to be starting school again. I know a lot of people can't wait to drop their kids off, but I'm really excited to get the kids going and back in structure again. Now, I started homeschool when we lived in Texas, which is very easy. You can pretty much do whatever you want. And then we moved to South Carolina halfway through the school year. And South Carolina is a lot different. You do have to be a part of a homeschool association. You have to have a diploma. You have to teach required subjects, 180 days of school, keep records, have a semi-annual progress report for each kid, all these things. So I hadn't really learned a lot about how my kids work because I was so focused on the rules. So going into year 3, I'm really excited. I've gotten to see how each kid learns, got to see the progress. I will say teaching to read has been one of the hardest ones because our 8-year-old now, he absolutely hated reading. And now he takes a book everywhere he goes because he loves to read, reading signs, reading the TV, reading my text messages, all those things. It's just really cool to see it, to see your fruition. Is that a word? I hope so, because I'm a teacher now. So I just wanted to kind of go over what I've learned. I have a lot of moms reach out to me, especially with the way the world has been going, about them homeschooling and questions. And the top 2 questions I get are, how do you have time for yourself? When they're 18 and they're gone, I will have time for myself. But I was also part of like a women's Bible study, so I was getting out once a week for several hours. My husband and I work from home, so we can like alternate, get out of the house a lot. We travel a lot. So for us, I do have my alone time. Now, that is something you will have to sacrifice if that's something that you really want to do, you really want to homeschool. That is definitely something. Now there's options like out here, there's co-ops. There's I forgot the word they use it, but it's basically an academy, and you pay a tuition for your kid, and they do homeschool curriculums. They just kind of mix and match, and they go to school twice a week, wear uniforms, the whole thing, and it's basically homeschooling. So when they come home, you teach them that. The school just helps keep attendance and all that kind of thing. Now we have 4 kids, so that would be, a mortgage for our kids to go there just to be homeschooled. So to me, it wasn't worth it, but I'm really excited, okay? So I want to kind of go over what we do. Now, the other question is, a lot of parents don't feel adequate enough to teach their children, and I'm not. Okay, like I don't remember anything I learned in school, and which probably shows that we don't really need a lot of it as we get older. And that's one thing, like, because my oldest, she's 12, she takes things really hard if she can't pick it up right away and gets really frustrated. She'll cry, all those things. So I'm like, baby, I am 30, almost 34 years old, and I have never had to relearn that ever, or use it. So don't get so frustrated. Now, we use master books for our schooling, and that's a personal choice. There are so many curriculums out there, so many amazing ones. Some people use one type of curriculum for this subject and another, like there are so many options, and it can be very overwhelming. I chose to use master books. It was either that or Rebecca, right from the beginning. Rebecca is very, it's intense, so I chose not to do that one, but it is amazing. Nothing bad to say about it. It's just a lot. So we chose master books. It's God is the core of it. Everything from science, it's creation with God, which I personally loved. But again, there are so many. There's even some that are free, like Easy Peasy, I think is what it's called. You literally just have to print stuff off. There's ones that are you can do curriculums online, like it's all with somebody like this. So really look into how your kids learn, what works for your family. But for us, it's master books, and it's really awesome. So we have a 7th grader this year. This is kind of where we keep all of their cubbies. They each have one. This one is my daughter's. So for 7th grade, they put all of reading, literature, and writing all in this book. It's 180 days worth of stuff. She's gonna have to write book reports. She has to read books and answer questions about it. There's just a lot of like really good stuff that she's not gonna be super stoked about with this book because she likes to write what she wants to write. Okay, so science, she chose to go off of what, away from what they had for science. I think it was, I don't even remember what it was, but she didn't want to do it. So she chose to do this. It's like anatomy for the whole body. It's really cool. There's 4 volumes. First and second are a year course, and then the third and fourth are another year course. So we'll probably do that one next year. Anyways, math. This explains how to do everything. These aren't even the worksheets. This just breaks down all of what she has to learn. You do not have to know it. There's answer books for it. And the answer books don't just give you the answer, it shows you how they got that answer. And Master Books Academy is like where you can pay extra. Some courses are $30, some are $50. But they'll take this book and they'll have an instructor that will walk through and do it with you, with your kid. So that way you don't have to do it if you're not confident enough to do that. And then world history. So those are all her subjects. I also went and bought like ELA, you know, because I think it's cool to know, but it's 1 page, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So it's nothing super crazy. She's also learning ASL. So I went to startasl.com. They have where you can pay to do classes with the instructor via like Zoom, or I got the teacher curriculum package, and I think it was less than $200, and it's an entire 1, 2, and 3 years of ASL. And then my really good friend Taylor, she has a degree in it, so she's gonna be the instructor, and then I got the curriculum to kind of give the structure to it. But anyways, this is her binder. How we do it, because I love organization, is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Everything she has to do on Monday is right here. Look how little there is papers. That's it. And then a bunch of reading. School really only takes us 2 hours of intentional reading. Or not reading, but intentional work. Now, we can lollygag and, you know, we have a crazy day, it can take longer, but if we're like sitting and we're like all focused doing school, really 2 hours max, and then the younger kids, not even that long. Okay, now, I'm gonna have a 7th grader, a 3rd grader, 2nd grader, and then a PK4. You don't have to start school before they're 5. I just personally wanted to because he's interested. He sees his brothers and sister doing stuff, and so he's asking questions like, where's my school? What can I do? And if they are interested and they want to learn, do it. Yeah, I think it's awesome. So for his, we decided to go with The Good and the Beautiful. It's really awesome. They have a preschool curriculum, and then they have a kindergarten prep curriculum. I bought them both. So we'll go through the preschool one, and then towards the end of this year coming up, that's when we'll get into the kindergarten prep. It's not very much, but it's simple stuff like learning how to hold your pencil, how they write, and that's also another Christian curriculum. So it's gonna have God in it. But I'm really excited because he loves school. Now, this is how we have our room set up. This is our dining room. We don't ever eat in our formal dining room, so it is literally just a long table of school. And then, as you can see, we have markers, colored pencils, crayons, and then like specialty stuff, because my daughter took art last year, so that's all her stuff. Now this is okay, and then we have calendar every day. This is my lessons plan book. It's important. Okay, so for this, you have to have something that shows what you're doing every single day, just with South Carolina, which I don't mind because I like organization. So for me, what I do personally, so this is the 25th, this is when we start. I go through and write every subject that they're learning. They have to read every single day for 20 minutes. This is Jackson's preschool. I can't read backwards. Oh, ASL, because my daughter's learning sign language. And then our boys in the middle are going to do a nutrition course with master books. And then we have science, history, language, and math. Now, L is for Lily, so this is what she has to do in math. Since she's older, she has her own planner in her binder that she'll, every single day, she writes down what she has to do in every subject for that day. She just copies it out of here. And then that way she knows what to read, what papers to do, all that kind of stuff. Now, I do that for everyone, and I do it for the entire semester. It took me a really long time. Mostly the prep took me a long time. Like this, it goes all the way to like here. So all of that I wrote out. It was awesome. Okay, so anyways, that's that. And then one of my favorite parts, this answers your question for anyone that's like, I don't know how to write lessons plans. It's okay. This is how much it helps you. So this is the teacher guide for history for my son. Look at this. That's every single day, day 1, day 2, day 3, and all the papers they need to do, what day they're starting it, and their grade, and if they did it, if they turned it in. Like, it doesn't get much easier than that. They do it all for you. And so I have that for all of these subjects. And then this is my teacher binder. These are some art books, teach you how to draw. We have laminator. This is awesome. It's like less than $100 and it's a microscope. So we'll go get stuff from outside and look at it. Even food that you have in your house, if you look at it, it's really gross. And then laminator. This is pens. And then amazing books, by the way. Bob books, awesome. A scale, because science has experiments and stuff. All my extra supplies. I love school supplies so much. Amazon has everything in bulk. Everything. This. Then for the younger ones, we have Play-Doh. We have our number blocks. These are just fun games. So we have like this, shapes, all kinds of fun little flashcards. This is our arts and crafts box. So if we have experiments or anything, or if they just want to get creative. And then this, they put stuff in it. But this is another game. It's a sight word game that the boys will compete with. And then dry erase markers and pencils. But it's so simple. I love it all so much. And it's really not that expensive. The number blocks were like $10. You get 100. They have bulk pencils, bulk pens. I just got bulk wet erase and dry erase markers on Amazon. Each were $7.99. The rolly carts are from Target. I can source or cite all these so you can find them, but you don't need to spend a lot of money. You don't need to have a lot of room. Let the kids go where they feel safe, where they feel comfortable. I mean, I have one kid who learns so much better when he's moving, right? So I'll ask him to spell words, or for like memorization and stuff like that. He'll do jumping jacks and he'll memorize things better than trying to sit and focus. He just can't. When he's sitting still, it's almost like he's going crazy. So he has to kind of be moving and doing stuff like that. Getting out of the house is awesome too. If you have space to go sit on a patio or do school like that, amazing. Just so many awesome things I've learned over the years is try not to emulate the classroom at all. Have fun stuff whenever it's raining, or it helps them learn to touch things, to count. Like this, you know, you have 5 blocks, you take away 2, how many blocks, those kind of things. But going outside and being hands-on and doing things like that, they will learn so much more from my experience. But anyways, I'm so excited. I'm glad I got to share with you guys more of my homeschool journey. We start July 25th because we're going to be gone a lot in August. So it seems really early, but really they'll have more time off in August for some planned trips. But you guys have a blessed day, and I hope I answered any questions or helped you guys at all with your journey.